paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will have the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a...
It's a seam wide open! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass, it's Bullock. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The Tigers' offense has its first opportunity of the day. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good.
There he goes! He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanting to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of the guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Fall. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. A nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to keep this drive alive. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that 1st down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The short hands, it's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Green. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push him downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And this one is perfect. And with that, they bring the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Sets up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wiggins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's the handoff. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Finley. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Got it in the middle. It's Finley. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Hauls it in just shy of the 30. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It's complete. He breaks a tackle. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Foundation, the running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens. And he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wideout. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Bullock. Throws to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's sharp. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it harder to defend.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking down the middle.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off. And
there he goes! Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got him downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this 1st half, they've done just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to run it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's
fires toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. But how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Pocket breaking down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they can look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Across the 25. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended.
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He's loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down for this offense. Let's go. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Caught close to the marker. It's Durham. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And after starting the season 0-1, they knew they needed more from their offense in this game. They just had to find ways to make more explosive plays, and that's what they've been able to do. They executed at a tremendous level. I really like the quarterback play and the leadership that he's showing, and because of that, they look like they're going to get back to 500. And let's see where this team can go.
And the returner will be brought down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Gandy. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Spins away from the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Caught over the middle, it's Gandy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And some room to work. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Dead center perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to pass. It's Fitzpatrick. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the fourth quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
And now the ball's loose in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room. It's Durham. Running to Green. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
He's got him wide open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here on third down. Wants to throw. It's Fitzpatrick. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on. So
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
yeah, and listen, this makes the poke.
Kearney on the Jets. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
To the ground. He's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just